Hello, I'm Fred Dinage, and I hope in the next few minutes you'll see why I felt compelled to get involved with the wonderful Rainbow Centre here in Fareham. Please sit back, watch this short film, and I think you'll see why this important centre needs your support.
The Rainbow Centre achieves minor miracles every day. Even if it's just a child learning to find its mouth with a spoon, that is a minor miracle for a family.
I knew he was trapped inside, and it was a way, how do I get him out? How do I free him from this body? And this is what we've achieved here. You know, we freed him from this little cage. It's not a cage, he's free. He can move, he can talk.
She's so much more interactive than she was before. Just changed you, isn't it?
Cerebral palsy is a condition that affects movement, posture and coordination. Cerebral palsy can be a result of a trauma of the child's development brains, either before the birth or at birth or after. Cerebral palsy affects each child differently. In some cases it's hardly noticeable. In some cases children have difficulties with sitting, feeding, sleeping or speech.
The aeroplane landed next to Liam.
When Ben was a year old, he touched an electric wall-mounted fire, and he was killed instantly, and was dead for 50 minutes altogether. It was a very traumatic time, obviously. Spent 2.5 months in hospital. We're given some really grim news, 2% chance of anything. But I had read about Rainbow in the papers previously, never thought, I'd see myself attending it. And the very day after Benjamin came out of hospital, we went and visited the Rainbow Centre and were absolutely amazed.
The Rainbow Centre uses a system of learning called Conductive Education. It's a holistic approach which teaches children how to overcome the difficulties caused by cerebral palsy. It's a system of learning that finds a pathway to a part of the brain that hasn't been damaged. Conductive education breaks down each movement into smaller movements. A child may have difficulty walking across the room, so we break it down into sitting properly, feet flat, putting weight onto feet and standing up, and then putting one foot in front of the other across the room. And like learning to play the piano or riding a bicycle, they're not skills that you have when you're born. But if you practice every day, having been shown how to do it, it becomes second nature, so you don't even think about doing it.
Ben was completely still, tight-fisted, tight-armed, head right back. It was just basically written off. But when we visited the centre, it really opened our eyes and realised there was hope and there was chance of small miracles.
Conductive education helps the child find new ways of achieving its goals and ultimately achieving greater independence. It not only aims to improve their movements, but it includes their physical, intellectual, social and emotional development. It transforms the whole child.
He's moving, he's communicating, he's happy, he's got a sense of humour. He can use his hands, which he couldn't do before, they were completely fisted. He can release them, pick up things. It's completely transformed his life and ours, obviously.
Now he's saying words or maybe small sentences. He's very happy to say at the register, yes, I'm here. And he's also learned the name of the days now. And our favourite is when he says Tuesday, because he says it in such a lovely way.
I'm a carrier of something called strep B, which a lot of women actually carry, but they don't run tests for it in the UK. And it meant that I had a perfectly healthy pregnancy, but on delivery she contracted this bacteria and she contracted meningitis. It turned into meningitis for her.
Isabel is a very happy little girl, but she was just happy to sit back and look at other people doing different things, and she was happy just to sit down and observe the world go by. But now she's happy to take part, she's happy to interact with other children, she's happy maybe to pinching their toys away and to play with those toys by herself.
Seeing other children at the Rainbow Centre, you do realise that they progress. It may be something minor and small to the outside world, but to us parents, it is a major achievement, and I do see Ben going forward and achieving. I do think he will, fulfil his potential and have a life which, if you listen to the medical experts, you really wouldn't dream or anticipate any such, standard of living, but it does happen, but you wouldn't do it without this centre.
So I hope you can now see why I, along with many other people of course, decided to become so personally involved with the Rainbow Centre. The Rainbow Centre, you see, really does do extraordinary work for these very special children. But because the centre receives no government nor local authority funding, it relies completely on the support of people like you. So if you'd like to help children like Ben and Isabel who have cerebral palsy, please give what you can. Or if you'd like to help in a more personal way, please get in touch. You really can make a difference.
Well, of course it's made a difference. He's living, and so are we.